The Kitt Peak day was a very special day because Christopher saw many details that were very precise. For example, he saw a solar telescope. He actually constructed something that related to a sun in a telescope. And by the way, how many solar telescopes are there anywhere? And here we were, it turned out when I actually made the phone call and discovered where we were going. We're going to Kitt Peak, which has the world's largest solar telescope. I was also struck by the fact that he got information that was somewhat symbolic. For example, so he saw information about his camera, but he knew from the context of the camera to be able to interpret that concrete image into a symbol, because that's part of what makes him the dream detective, is he knows how to take certain information and he knows how to figure out when is it literal and when is it symbolic. And so I watched him do that. So those details were very dramatic, and it was very exciting to be driving up to the top of this mountain and realizing that he got all these details. It was right. But what I found even more amazing were the things that didn't make any sense. For example, he had this thing about this propeller and this airfield and planes and stuff, and I didn't know what he was talking about. What does that have to do with Kitt Peak Observatory? But driving back, we ended up passing this restaurant, and this restaurant turns out to have a little private airfield. And in front of this restaurant is this gigantic propeller. And so there again, I was seeing that although the site was the telescopes, he was getting additional information that we could independently verify. How many restaurants do you know of that have a gigantic propeller in front of them that are alongside an airport? Again, the constellation or the pattern for me was very telling.